Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host IQUA. Anyone sick and tired of the woke brigade turning tragedy into their personal soapbox? Well, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, smash the bell, because today we're driving headfirst into the absolute hypocrisy that's rotting our nation from the inside. The date is October 7th, just days after the horrific terror attack in Manchester. The pure evil that those who experienced it faced is unfathomable. Influenced by extreme Islamist ideology, of course, as the police confirmed. And guess what? Guess who's decided to stick his neck out from our so-called elite? And no, he's not decided to condemn the Islamists. Instead, there's no unity, no justice, just a finger pointed at you, the everyday British patriot. And of course, I'm talking about Gary Neville. Let's just say Gary has decided to go full retard, and we know the saying.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn, 2001, I am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
The ex-Manchester United fullback turned millionaire pundit, who's now decided he's the nation's moral compass, has made a 3-minute LinkedIn video that's racked up more backlash than likes. Gary, earning £1.1 million a year from Sky Sports, had the audacity, just 24 hours after the blood was still wet on the streets, to pivot from condemning the attack to blaming, wait for it, angry, middle-aged white men. Just like you and me, except minus the middle-aged part for me, of course. So that's right, Gary is blaming us for dividing Britain by daring to fly the Union Jack. Yes, you heard that right, folks. While a terrorist is mowing down Jews in prayer, Gary's out here taking down flags from his own building sites because they're being used in a negative fashion. Negative? Mate, the only negative thing here is your virtue signaling drivel. Let's break this down, because this isn't just a footy pundit's off-day rant. This is a symptom of everything wrong with the liberal elite who cozy up to Labour, bash Brexit, and pretend mass immigration and open borders have nothing to do with the knives on our streets. Stick around for the full video, and I'll show you why Gary's comments are not just wrong, they're dangerous. And by the end, you'll know exactly why we need to fight back. Let's go. Alright, so first off, let's replay the insanity for those who haven't seen it, because you need to hear this poison straight from the horse's mouth.
The division that's being created is absolutely disgusting. Mainly created by angry, middle-aged white men who know exactly what they're doing.
Angry? Gary, we're sodding angry because our streets are bleeding. 2 dead grandfathers, families shattered, a community under siege, and your first instinct isn't to call out the radical Islamists who've been festering in our communities for years, unchecked? No, instead, it's to lecture blokes in their 40s and 50s, probably United fans like you used to be, for waving the flag of our country that's given you everything. Think about that. This attack wasn't random. Jihad al-Shami, 35, a British citizen of Syrian descent, was on bail for rape charge influenced by extreme Islamist ideology. Counter-terrorism police are holding 6 suspects now, including accomplices. This is the fruit of Labour's soft-touch policies. Remember, Gary, you starred in their election broadcast with Keir Starmer, didn't you? Such a sodding hypocrite. While you're palling around with the PM who wants to with more unvetted migrants, real Brits are dying, and your response? Demonize the white working class trying to hold on to their identity. That's not commentary, Gary. That's class warfare from a champagne socialist in a £2 million penthouse. Pause for a second. If this was reversed, if a white British bloke attacked a mosque and some right-wing pundit blamed angry middle-aged Muslim men for division, Gary, you would not be leading the cancellation mob on Sky. The double standards are outrageous. The Grand Canyon has nothing on this lot. Now let's talk about those flags, because Gary's pearl clutching over them is peak delusion. He admits he's been building in Manchester for 15 to 20 years, and he says he's never seen a Union Jack in sight. But now, after the Southport stabbings, the London riots, and yes, the synagogue horror, suddenly Brits are proud to fly their flags. Shocker!
Oh my god! Wow!
That's called Operation Raise the Colours, Gary, if you haven't seen it. And it's a grassroots movement where everyday folk, from pub landlords to taxi drivers, are saying, enough is enough, this is our country. And Gary, he spots 50 or 60 flags on Littleton Road near the attack site. And instead of seeing solidarity, he sees a threat. He even yanked one down from his own site, saying his 85 England caps prove he's patriotic enough without it. Patriotic? Gary, real patriotism isn't captaining a multicultural United team in the 90s. Bless the lads, they were legends, and they were doing what they did. But it was a different time back then. Patriotism is standing up today when your nation's identity is being erased. Those flags aren't dividing Britain, unchecked migration and spineless leaders are. We've got Syrian-born killers on our soil because of successive governments. Tory wets, and now Labour lunatics, have prioritised global fantasies over border security. Brexit? Gary blames that too, says it's torn us apart. Absolute rubbish. Brexit was the people roaring back against the EU elite who treat Britain like a doormat. You know who else loves waving foreign flags? The pro-Palestine marchers who shut down London while our police twist themselves in knots over hate speech against migrants. But a Union Jack? Oh no, that's far right. And get this, Gary ties it all to his footy glory days. Diversity in United squad shows why we need love and harmony. Cute story, bro, but that was 1999. Fast forward to 2025, where we're now 75% ethnically English, instead of what we were back then, which was more like 95%. Diversity without assimilation has caused division. We've imported ideologies that celebrate jihad over jeans and a pint. Those angry white men, Gary, they're the ones paying your sky-high wages, watching matches while their neighbourhoods turn into no-go zones. We are not the dividers in this situation, we are the defenders. But let's zoom out, folks. This isn't isolated. Gary Neville is not some lone wolf. He's the poster boy for a media class that's lost touch. Sky Sports, of course, will not sack him. Too valuable and too progressive. A Labour minister has even backed him, saying it's people stoking division like us flag wavers who are the problem. Meanwhile, fans are raging. I saw one bloke on X say, "Rate you as a pundit, but blaming me for a terrorist rampage, cancelling Sky tomorrow." And I say, spot on.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Gary, if you're watching, and I know your team's monitoring, this is why trust in pundits like you is in the toilet. You talk tough on VAR offside calls, but when it comes to national security, you're yellow carded for deflection. I mean, does he not remember the 2017 Manchester Arena bombing at the Ariana Grande concert? I'm sorry, 22 dead, mostly kids. And once again back then, it was Islamist terror. Of course, back then, Neville was quiet on flags and Brexit. Funny that. But now he decides to attack. He can't resist the woke script. Blame the majority, excuse the minority. It's the same playbook from the BBC, Guardian, the lot of them. They call us far right for wanting controlled borders, but when a dropout with ISIS sympathies butchers Brits, crickets on integration failures. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood admits there is a problem with integration.
Well, no shit.
That is the understatement of the century, folks. But Gary, he'd rather virtue signal about harmony than demand deportations for hate preachers. Alright, halfway through, if you're fired up as I am, drop a like and a comment saying Neville's a disgrace. Now why does this matter? That's the question. Well, it matters because words like Gary's embolden the enemy. Terrorists thrive on division. They want us fighting each other, not them. By smearing patriots as villains, Gary's handing ammo into the jihads. Imagine telling Jewish families still mourning that the real issue is white blokes with flags. Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Those heroes who stopped the attacker, they were true Brits, not keyboard warriors like you, Gary. And let's not forget the bigger picture. This attack echoes the intents of those on October 7th, 2023, Hamas's slaughter of 1,200 Israelis. Synagogues have been targeted worldwide since, and now in Manchester. Anti-Semitism is up 400% in the UK per the Community Secretary Trust. And why? Because we've let in voices that import Middle East hate. Gary's diversity dreams ignore that it's not racist to say assimilate or leave. Fly the Palestinian flag at a protest? Fine, but don't burn ours. We're the indigenous people here, and it's time that we act like it. So Gary Neville, if you're somehow listening, step off the moral high ground. Your rant's not brave, it's betrayal. To my viewers, don't let elites like him gaslight you. Fly that flag high, demand borders, demand justice. Write to your MP, join the conversation, because if we don't push back now, who will? This channel's for the silent majority, the builders, the dads, and the angry white men keeping Britain beating. Anyhow folks, that's it for today. Another video of truth bombs. If this fired you up, share it far and wide. Subscribe for no more BS takes on football, politics, and patriotism. Not so much the football, but you know what I mean. God bless Britain, and stay safe out there.